Stories from Upanishads.
Retold by Arghya Goswami.
Continuing from last week's episode, What the Thunder Said, I would love to share some interesting information with you all. Did you know the Upanishads deeply influenced the famous poet T.S. Elliot? As Cleo McNally Kearns has documented, Eliot had his copy of Upanishad, which was gifted to him by Harvard scholar Charles Landman, who taught him Sanskrit in graduate school. You would be amazed to know that Eliot had used the concepts from the Brihadaaraanyaakaa Upanishad in his poem The Waste Land. The poem is a collection of 5 parts, and the fifth part is named as What the Thunder Said. The basic idea of the poem is that a wasteland waits for a rain shower to fertilize it, so does a man's mind wait for a fertilizing shower of liberating ideas. They reveal to us latent possibilities of life. If the faith and hope they inspire in us were lacking, life would be a vale of tears. Philosophy. Tattva lightens the burden of life and throws light on the path of life. Now, I will read out the poem What the Thunder Said from the collection of poems by T.S. Elliot, The Wasteland. This is featured as fifth section in the collection. What the Thunder Said. After the torchlight, red on sweaty faces, after the frosty silence in the gardens, after the agony in stony places, the shouting and the crying, prison and palace and reverberation, of thunder of spring over distant mountains, he who was living is now dead. We who were living are now dying with little patience. Here, no water but only rock, rock and no water and sandy road, the road winding above among the mountains, which are mountains of rock without water. If there were water, we should stop and drink. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. Sweat is dry and feet are in the sand. If there were only water amongst the rock, dead mountain, mouth of carious teeth that cannot spit. Here one can neither stand nor lie nor sit. Here not even silence in the mountains, but dry, sterile thunder without rain. There is not even solitude in the mountains, but red, sullen faces sneer and snarl from the doors of mud cracked houses. If there were water and no rock, if there were rock and also water, and water, a spring, a pool among the rock, if there were sound of water only, not the cicada and dry grass singing, but the sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings in the pine trees, drip, drop, drip, drop, 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 but there is no water. Who is the third who walks always beside you? When I count, there are only you and I together. But when I look ahead up the white road, there is always another one walking beside you, gliding wrapped in brown mantle hooded. I do not know whether a man or a woman, but who is that on the other side of you? What is that sound high in the air, murmur of maternal lamentation? Who are those hooded hordes swarming over endless plains, stumbling in cracked earth, ringed by the flat horizon only? What is the city over the mountains, cracks and reforms, and burst in the violet air. Falling towers, Jerusalem, Athens, Alexandria, Vienna, London, unreal. A woman drew her long black hair out tight and fiddled whisper music on those strings, and bats with baby faces in the violet light whistled and beat their wings and crawled head downward down a blackened wall, and upside down in air were towers, tolling reminiscent bells that kept the hours, and voices singing out of empty cisterns and exhausted wells. In this decaying hole among the mountains, in the faint moonlight, the grass is singing. Over the tumbled graves about the chapel, there is an empty chapel, only the wind's home. It is no windows and doors swings. Dry bones can harm no one. Only a cock stood on the roof tree. Cocorico, cocorico. In a flash of lightning, then a damp gust bringing rain. Ganga was sunken, and limp leaves waited for rain while the black clouds gathered far distant over Himavant. The jungle crouched, humped in silence. Then spoke the thunder, Da. Daata, what have we given, my friend? Blood shaking my heart, the awful daring of a moment's surrender, which an age of prudence can never retract. By this and this only we have existed, which is not to be found in our obituaries, or in memories draped by the beneficent spider, or under seals broken by lean solicitor in our empty rooms. The Dayadhwam, I have heard the key turn in the door once, and turn once only. We think the key, each in his prison, thinking of the key, each confirms a prison. Only at nightfall, ethereal rumors revive the moment of a broken Coriolanus. The Damyataa, the boat responded gaily to the hand expert with sail and oar. The sea was calm. Your heart would have responded gaily when invited, beating obedient to the controlling hands. I sat upon the shore, fishing with arid plain behind me. Shall I at least set my lands in order? London bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. Pues escos nel foco celagli afina, quando fiam uti, chalidon, o swallow, swallow, leprans, dequante, detor aboli, these fragments I have showed against my ruins. Why elefit you? Hidden mad again. Daata, Dayadhwam, Damyata, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Shanti Shanti.